Oh, hey everyone, Justin here. I have this big project due, but every time I sit down to focus, I either get distracted or just forget what I was doing. Ugh, this is impossible. Whew. You think you have it rough? I just finished another round of brain boot camp in the Miaverse. Brain boot camp? What's that, some kind of mental gym? It's a crash course on building executive functioning skills. Things like remembering what you're supposed to do, staying flexible when plans change, and keeping distractions under control. You know, the stuff we always imagine we just figure out automatically as adults. Wait, we don't? I could really use that. I just spent 10 minutes trying to decide whether I should check my phone or work on this report. Then come and join me for Brain Bootcamp. We'll strengthen our mental muscles and take on life's challenges like pros. So, how does training your brain actually help you? Executive function skills are like muscles in your brain. You can train them to get stronger. The more you use them, the better your brain gets at handling everyday challenges. There are three big ones in today's bootcamp challenges: working memory, flexible thinking, and impulse control. Recruit! Your first brain bootcamp challenge is all about working memory. Imagine you're assembling a piece of furniture. You have a set of instructions, but you're struggling to keep all of the steps in your head at once. How can you make sure you don't forget anything? Oh, I've been there. Last time I built a chair, I missed a step and I had to start the whole thing over. That's where working memory comes in. It's like a clipboard for your brain, holding information temporarily while you work. The clipboard has limited space, but with the right strategies, you can use it more efficiently. So, how do you keep your clipboard from overflowing? Think about strategies you might use and write them in your notes. Great ideas. Here are some working memory strategies we can use in this furniture example. First, you can chunk the information. Break it into smaller parts or steps. For example, focus on just the steps for attaching the legs before moving on. Next, repetition. After each section, pause and say the information back to yourself. Repeating helps lock the instructions into your working memory. Finally, picture yourself completing each step. Visualization helps organize the steps in your brain and makes them easier to follow. Chunk, repeat, picture it. A mental map. Totally. Try one more drill. Imagine someone gives you directions to their house. Turn left at the park, then go straight for 2 blocks. When you pass the library, turn right. Keep going until you see a gas station, then take the next left. It's the house with the blue door. Use chunking, repetition, and visualization to remember how to get there. Repetition is going to be really important here. I definitely repeat the instructions to myself a few times before setting off. They also used a lot of landmarks in their directions, so visualizing myself turning left at the park and right at the library will be really helpful. And I'm definitely using chunking. Instead of trying to remember all the directions as one block of information, I break it apart into separate steps. That way I can focus on my next move instead of holding them all in my head at once. Whether you use them for directions, instructions, or tasks, these strategies strengthen your working memory. Mental clipboard officially upgraded. Checklist ready, stopwatch set. This challenge is going to be easy. Actually, slight change of plans. What? I just finished setting up. Are you kidding me? Oh, forget it. Why bother at this point? Hold up, recruit. This is the perfect time to talk about flexible thinking. It's your brain's adaptability muscle. Flexible thinking is like your brain's GPS, helping you find new paths when plans change. Imagine this. You've made plans to hang out with your friends at the park, but just as you're about to leave, it starts pouring rain. What would you do? Think of at least 2 backup plans you could come up with if your outdoor plans were suddenly canceled. Write them down in your notes. I know how that is. Last weekend, my friends and I had a bonfire planned, but when it rained, we all just kind of went home. Well, that's where flexible thinking comes in. It helps you pivot and find a new way forward. You could try what if thinking. When plans change, pause and ask, what if we tried this instead? Backup plans give you options instead of just leaving you stuck. And stay curious. When something unexpected happens, ask, what can I learn from this? Instead of focusing on the rain ruining your plans, think about trying something new. Flexible thinking is all about finding solutions instead of focusing on the problem. Now, think of a time when your plans changed unexpectedly. How did you handle it? Could using flexible thinking have helped you adjust more easily? Okay, looking back at the start of this challenge, I definitely froze up and got frustrated instead of just thinking through my options. Next time, I'll take a breath, turn on my mental GPS, and brainstorm some options. Flexible thinking is for anything unexpected, like changes in plans or tackling surprise challenges. Ready for the next challenge? I'm totally ready for the last challenge. Let's do this. Focus mode activated. Ooh. Oh, text from the group chat. Better see what's up real quick. They're planning a pizza night. Actually, I could go for a snack right now. I think. Busted! Classic impulse spiral recruit. What? Everything else is just more interesting. Sounds like it's time to train your brain's wait button. Picture this. You're at your desk and distractions keep pulling you away. Your phone, snacks, online shopping. What strategies could you use to keep your impulses in check? Take a moment to brainstorm and jot down your ideas. I'd probably hide my phone, but that's all I've got. What else? You could try temptation elimination. What could you change in your environment to make impulses less tempting? You could turn off unnecessary notifications, move your phone out of reach, or keep other distractions out of sight to help you focus. So, set myself up to make the better choice? Exactly. The fewer temptations in your space, the easier it is to stay on track with your goals. Next, we have the power of pause. When you feel the urge to act on impulse, whether it's blurting out, spending money you didn't plan to, or jumping into distractions, take a moment to pause. Ask yourself, is this worth it? That pause helps you stay in control. Stop and think before I act. Got it. Does this mean I should never give in to my impulses? Not always. Sometimes we need to practice wait and reward. Set a short-term goal, like finishing a task or waiting 5 minutes before acting on an impulse. Reward yourself after you hit that short goal. With practice, it makes waiting feel easier. Temptation elimination, power of pause, and wait and reward. I think I can work with that. Now, let's take another look at what happened at the start of this challenge. How could Justin have used these strategies to control his impulse to check the group chat? I could have silenced my phone, paused when I felt distracted, and set a goal to finish this challenge before rewarding myself with pizza plans or snacks. Fantastic. And remember, it's not about being perfect, it's about managing impulses in a way that works for you. My brain's wait button is definitely getting stronger. Great work, Brain Bootcamp recruit. You've tackled 3 core skills: working memory, flexible thinking, and impulse control. Practice these strategies and your mental strength will keep growing. It's about staying on track, even when life gets chaotic. Woo, now I'm ready to tackle that project. Remember, we want progress, not perfection. We'll catch you in our next adulting adventure. Hey.